Time. People wishing for a burner. Key by walking. You know that it's on the finest for me to beat it. How you want you for you no beat it. Riding for wallet. Key by walking. You know that it's on the finest.
Sent me their frontal, and I'm going to show you how to dye the lace. So to start, you're going to need a mixing bowl, an applicator brush, some bleaching powder, and of course some developer. Just a quick heads up, if you guys are visual learners, feel free to mute this video, otherwise keep watching. So I'm going to go ahead and take about just 1 spoonful of the bleaching powder, and I'm going to put it into the mixing bowl, and I'm just kind of going to eyeball the developer. It's no like certain amount, it's just based off how much powder you put in, and I just kind of eyeball that until I get it to the consistency that I would like. And I'm not going for like anything really loose, but not too stiff either, so just something that you'll see. So you see how the product is not going anywhere? That's the consistency that I'm looking for. It's nice and smooth, but it won't seep through the lace. So I'm just gonna lay my lace out flat on an even surface, and I'm just gonna start by like slowly like dabbing it onto the lace. And you want to make sure that you're doing this really gently. You don't want to press too far into the lace. I'm kind of heavy-handed, so it's gonna look like I'm really like slapping it on there, but I promise I was being gentle. I promise. And of course I went ahead and sped up this like entire process, but if you would like an even more detailed video than this, let me know. As far as choosing a developer, it's kind of up to you what you want to use and how quick you move. You want to make sure that you get the product on this lace as quick as possible and as evenly as possible. So if you are not, you know, advanced at doing this and you are a beginner, I would recommend maybe trying a 10 developer or maybe even a 20, and just add about 10 to maybe 5 to 10 minutes onto the waiting time or the processing time. But if you're not, then this will just work out fine. And I'm just being sure to go past that lace, even where the baby hairs were on the actual closure, just to make sure that everything gets lifted and all of the knots are bleached. So I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for about 15 minutes and be right back. Okay, so I'm just going to be using some lukewarm water just to kind of rinse off the bleach. A lot of people like to do this in a downward motion, but the moment the water is touching the bleach, it should not be processing. So honestly, rinse it off however you feel. Just make sure that you do that really quickly though. So this is me just pretty much checking the hair, just making sure that everything got lifted correctly, and I'm just going to go ahead and shampoo the hair. I could have used a neutralizing shampoo, but I didn't. I just used whatever I had on hand. It's my Rush shampoo, and I just made sure to really get in there and get all of the bleach out. I didn't go ahead and like fully shampoo and condition all of the hair that I'm going to be using. I decided to do that after I actually got done with the wig, but you'll see that in my next video. So just brushing through the hair, I'm not getting any tangling, any shedding or anything like that. And then as you see, my finger shows to the lace effortlessly. So here I'm just showing you pretty much what the hairline looks like. As you can see, it already comes with like dips and curves. It kind of has like a cowlick almost. But this lace frontal is amazing because it already kind of gives you a guide for a hairline or more realistic hairline. So then from here, all I'm literally going to have to do is take some tweezers. You want to get some really sturdy ones. I think I got these from Ulta maybe, or Sephora. And you just want to tweeze out the part, literally taking the hair one by one until you get comfortable to start pulling more out at a time. I found it easier to kind of part the hair and then decide what I was going to pull out. Only so that you aren't making bald spots. You shouldn't be left with like bald pieces of lace. Like, no. And you really want to take your time with this. Don't overdo it. You'll see throughout this video that I'm going to keep checking my work. That's just to make sure that I did not pull out too much hair. And if I needed to pull out more, then I would know ahead of time instead of just going crazy and then trying to fix it later. So as you can see, the hairline is already starting to thin out a bit. And I'm just going to continue to do this. Honestly, this took me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half for the entire process. So beware. And make sure you put a pillow under your butt if you're going to be doing this. I learned the hard way. So this is just a comparison from the way that the lace started out and then what it looks like after I started to tweeze it out. So you can see how dense it was and how transparent it has become. And so you see how really uniform this hairline is. So I'm actually going to be taking some of those base hairs and just kind of getting rid of that, because that's what causes the hair to look super, super like wiggy. You just want to get rid of some of those super uniform hair. So not make them bald. That's not what we're trying to do. Like, no. But just get rid of some of the loose hairs. And then I went ahead and just pulled out some hairs for like baby hair. I won't actually be using this as baby hair, but it does help with the blending process so that the hair isn't as dense at the base. And I went ahead and took my kitchen scissors, don't judge me, to just thin out the hair. And then to double check my work, I went ahead and put the argan oil mousse on it. It's a really, really light hold just to check everything and see what it would look like wet, because a lot of times that, I don't know, it just allows me to better judge like the density of the hair compared to when it's like dry. So I do that kind of often throughout the video. And for whatever reason, I decided to give this lace front finger wave, so disregard. And so I'm just going to continue plucking, but yeah, I'm just going to play some music. I'll stop talking. And so just kind of like a rule of thumb, always keep in mind, like, you don't want to over pluck this frontal. You're not trying to do little chicken patches or nothing like that. Like, keep in mind, when you part the hair, you don't want to have any bald spots. I think a lot of people are so focused on the hairline that they forget that once you part the hair, you may not have anything in the front. So just be cautious and continue to part as you go. Part and go, part and go. And always check your work. Like, check, check, check. And you see how everything just kind of goes naturally, everything flows naturally compared to this really, really dense side that we started with before. So guys, that's pretty much all the plucking I'm going to be doing on this frontal. If you feel like you want to pluck a little bit more, have fun. But I'm pretty much done with this video. This is just a quick look at how much hair I actually took out. This frontal was really dense, so it didn't really affect the hair at all. But you'll see in my next video how the wig came together, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave like any questions or comments down below. I hope this video was extremely detailed, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Make sure that you check out my simple and easy braiding tutorial. This is going to be ideal if you're going to be wearing a frontal or doing any type of like wigs,